Seeker. You stand before a wall, a problem so dense, so absolute it feels like the end of the path. Every solution you conjure evaporates into mist. Every effort leads you back to this same frustrating dead end. You feel the weight of it, don't you? The cold certainty that you are well and truly stuck. But I am here to tell you a secret, one that I have learned over eons of watching mortals and majesties alike grapple with the impossible. The wall is not the problem. The dead end is an illusion. The truth is, you're simply wearing the wrong hat. You see, your mind is a powerful instrument, but you've been trying to play every note at once. The result is not a symphony, but a cacophony of conflict, doubt, and fear. What if I told you that you could isolate each note, each mode of thinking, and orchestrate a masterpiece of clarity? What if you could swap your perspective in an instant, and in doing so, make the walls before you dissolve? This is the power I offer you today, a framework to reframe any problem, not in days or hours, but in moments. The first step is the simplest, yet the most profound. You must define your challenge. Write it down. Not the drama, not the emotion, just the plain, unvarnished truth of the situation. For example, my business has stopped growing. Simple, clear. Now we can begin. We will use a tool created by a mortal named Edward de Bono, a tool I have seen work wonders across realms, the 6 thinking hats. Each hat represents a distinct mode of thinking. When you wear one, you commit to that mode entirely. No arguments, no confusion, just pure, focused thought. Let us explore them. First, the white hat. This is the hat of pure information, the scribe, the analyst. When you don this hat, you are a neutral observer. You deal only in facts, figures, and objective data. What do we know for certain? What information is missing? There are no opinions here, no interpretations. For our stalled business, the white hat asks, what were our sales figures for the last 3 quarters? What is our current market share? What have our competitors been doing? It builds the factual foundation upon which all else will stand. Next, we reach for the red hat. This is the hat of fire, passion, and raw emotion. It is your intuition, your gut feeling, your heart's unfiltered voice. Here, you need no justification. You simply state how you feel. I have a bad feeling about this new marketing campaign. I'm excited by the possibility of a new product line. I feel frustrated and burnt out. The red hat gives your instincts a legitimate seat at the table, acknowledging the powerful unseen currents that guide so many of our decisions. It is the voice of your inner oracle. Then comes the most cautious of the council, the black hat. This is the guardian, the judge, the sentinel who stands watch for danger. The black hat is not about being negative. It is about being prepared. It is your critical survival instinct. It asks, what could go wrong? What are the risks? Why might this fail? For our business, it would warn, a new product line could be too expensive and bankrupt us. Expanding into that market might stretch our resources too thin. The black hat is invaluable. It protects you from fatal errors and forces you to build resilience into your plans. It is the reason empires do not crumble overnight. And to balance the black hat's caution, we have its brilliant counterpart, the yellow hat. This is the hat of sunshine, optimism, and value. It is the visionary who sees opportunity in every shadow. The yellow hat actively seeks out the benefits and the good in every idea. It asks, what are the best case scenarios? What is the underlying value here? How can we make this work? It would look at the same new product line and declare, this could open up an entirely new customer base and double our revenue. This is the innovation that will make us leaders in the industry. The yellow hat fuels your motivation and illuminates the path forward. Now, seeker, if you reach this far, you are ready for the magic. The green hat. This is the hat of creativity, of new growth, of boundless possibility. Under the green hat, there are no bad ideas. Judgment is forbidden. You are here to generate, to explore, to ask, what if? You brainstorm alternatives, wild possibilities, and creative solutions. What if we partnered with our biggest competitor? What if our service was a subscription? What if we gave our product away for free? The green hat is where breakthroughs are born. It is the fertile soil from which new realities spring forth. Finally, we have the blue hat. This is the sky above, the conductor of the orchestra. The blue hat manages the thinking process itself. It sets the agenda, decides which hat to use next, and summarizes the journey. It asks, what is our objective? Which hat do we need now? What have we decided so far? The blue hat ensures the process doesn't descend into chaos. It is the master of ceremonies, the king in his own court, directing the flow of thought with purpose and control. I once advised a young queen whose kingdom was on the brink of famine. Her council was in chaos. The generals, black hat, warned of riots if they touched the grain reserves. The treasurers, white hat, presented figures showing the reserves were all they had. The people's representatives, red hat, spoke of fear and despair. They were stuck. I had her call a halt. I gave them the hats. First, blue hat. Our goal is to feed the people without causing collapse. Then, green hat for everyone. What are the wildest ideas to get food? An old farmer suggested a forgotten, fast-growing root from the northern mountains. A young scribe proposed a new rationing system based on community kitchens, not individual hoarding. Ideas, once silenced by fear, began to flow. They switched to yellow hat to see the benefits. The community kitchens would build morale. The new crop could become a permanent food source. Then, a quick, focused black hat session to identify risks and mitigate them. Within an hour, a council on the verge of collapse had a multi-pronged, actionable plan. They didn't get new facts, they got new perspectives. They changed their hats, and in doing so, they changed their kingdom's fate. This is the climax of the method, seeker. The rapid rotation. Don't linger in one hat. Spend 30 seconds, a minute at most in each. White, red, black, yellow, green. Rotate through them. Each swap is like a key, turning in a different lock in your mind. It forces you out of your rut. It rewires your focus. It systematically dismantles the wall before you, brick by brick, revealing the dozens of paths that were hidden behind it all along. So here is my challenge to you. Think of your wall, that problem you defined. Now pick just one hat, one you never wear. If you are always critical, put on the yellow hat and find 3 benefits. If you are always dreaming, put on the black hat and identify 1 serious risk. Pick 1 action, just 1, from that new perspective, and try it. Today. This is the secret. The power to solve is not in finding the one right answer, but in the ability to see all the answers. This framework is your key. Use it in your business, in your relationships, in your own personal battles. Subscribe and turn on your notifications, for I share these powerful stories every single week, and you will not want to miss the secrets I have yet to unveil. And for the one of you, the true seeker who has watched to the very end, do not stop here. Your journey has just begun. Watch more of my videos. The path is now open. I drop new stories every week. Walk with me.